Hi, I'm Mike Arsenault and welcome to Urban Self-Defense. In this series, we look at what happens when everyday urban situations become dangerous. Jason Carter of the Snow Lion Martial Arts Jiu-Jitsu Academy will show you some simple self-defense techniques that could potentially save your life. In this episode, we'll walk you through situations that are relevant for everyone because it's all about safety in streets and alleys.
I require you money.
Well, I require you to have a day with pain and suffering, so you tell me which one you want first. Actually, Kev, I hate to do this to you. Can you just get back on your knee for 1 second? Or just even here, just to make this easier. So if I'm here like this and I'm doing the spin, won't that wrench his neck, and couldn't you do some damage to his neck there? So what about we kick the knife away and just, you want to make sure he's really down to maybe like a Hulk Hogan leg drop.
Oh, a good old classic leg drop.
Parking lots offer lots of places to hide and conceal yourself. So if you're coming off a long day of work like Jason has, it's especially important to be aware of your surroundings. Now, Jason, as you mentioned in our first episode, you like to use unconventional weapons, and it doesn't get any more unconventional than a briefcase. Okay, so I get in there, I shut the door, lock it, and then I call. So who am I calling?
911, the police.
Well, I'd probably call my mom first, but 911 would be a good option, I guess. Welcome back to the show. Meredith, how are you enjoying yourself so far?
Good, I've been learning lots.
Excellent. Now, we try to keep things light and humorous throughout this episode, but the issue of women's safety is no laughing matter. Last year in the London area alone, there are 263 instances of sexual assault. So this episode about women's safety takes on a greater importance. Now, in this next scene, Jason will show you how to defend yourself if you are grabbed and then unfortunately forced to the ground, and how you can get away safely. Hi, Mom. I need help. Well, it's unlikely, too, that most women, if they do have a knife, are going to have practice and repetitions with it, right? So when it comes to a situation where they need to bring a knife out, they don't know how to use it, and being in a stressful situation, you're going to forget that natural instinct. Well, this brings me back to grade 9. Jason, I could have used this defense 10 years ago. If I have to be closer to you, that's better than being pinned against my locker.
Exactly. Obviously, you want to try to circle out, but in this case, it happens so quick. You know, I pushed you from behind, you turn, I've pushed you again. Okay, so that takes you by surprise. First thing you're going to do?
Okay, yep. That's probably what girls do at the gym when I try and talk to them, they just ignore me.
It's exactly what we're doing.
I know what you're up to, ladies. This is a little bit different from a normal self-defense.
Exactly.
Right? Because the aggression level's raised, it's an adult versus a youth, so he needs to get away by any means necessary. So, Jason, I'm going to go through this scenario here. Does it matter how much money you have? Because I can tell you right now, if Kevin's approaching me and he sees my account balance, he's going to see about $40 in my checking account, he's probably just going to turn around and leave. I mean, that's a great point. It seems like common sense, but I mean, I see it all the time. People are sitting there filling out checks and stuff. So it's really just being aware, right? You don't need to make wholesale life changes with a lot of these etiquette tips, right? It's just common sense and just being as safe as you can.
Take my wallet.
So you would just rather have him take it and just get out of here?
Exactly. If that's all he wants, situation's done, I'm safe. I get to go home.
But I have Harvey's coupons in my wallet, and I don't want to give Kevin my free burgers. Welcome back to USD. I'm joined now by our second guest of the episode, Kimber Bogema. Now, Kimber, are you familiar with the show?
Absolutely. I often wondered if there were different portions of the moves that you use that could be applied to somebody that sits in a wheelchair.
Well, they definitely can. As you'll see in this next scenario, Jason will be in the wheelchair and will show you how to defend yourself from an attacker like Kevin.
That's amazing. It will actually remove a lot of the fear of traveling around in a wheelchair by yourself.
Well, I tell you, after you're done this episode, Kevin's going to be the only one left with some fear.
That's great.
Wait, hold on. So you're telling me if I'm out with my grandma, I have to carry your purse around?
You want to be a good grandson.
True, I may look like a manly man, but I don't know if I'm that comfortable in my masculinity to carry around a purse. But for my grandma, I will do it for you.
Take a fist, and you're going to punch just to the inside of the hip joint.
Whoa, hold on. This is Urban Self-Defense. Why is she not punching the groin? Welcome back to Urban Self-Defense. Now, Jason, we've covered a lot of varied defenses today, but there are connecting themes that the elderly and disabled should remember, correct? For Kevin Ball, Jason Carter, I'm Mike Arsenault. We'll see you next season on Urban Self-Defense.